This is my quickie recipe for tear and share garlic cheese rolls. I have recently done a video on how I knead bread dough using plastic wrap. I'm using that technique in this recipe. No bread machine, no mixer, and easy cleanup. Looking at how soft it is, you'll be very surprised how little kneading it had. 80 grams of milk. It's cold milk straight out of the fridge. Add 80 grams of warm water. Mix together. The temperature should be just barely warm. 1½ teaspoon of yeast. I like using instant, but dry active would also work. 10 grams of sugar. Stir to dissolve the yeast. It's not necessary to wait until the mixture foams up, but you can if you want to check that your yeast is alive. I don't wait because I know my yeast is fine. 10 grams of vegetable oil. Stir a bit. 250 grams of flour. I use 125 grams of all-purpose flour and 125 grams of bread flour. You can use all bread flour if you wish. You'll have a bouncier, chewier bread. Sprinkle over ½ teaspoon salt. A dash of garlic powder. This is optional and to your liking. I use probably a teaspoon or so. A dash of dried oregano, also optional, or you can use a different herb. Mix to form a dough. It's a soft and sticky dough. Lay down a large piece of plastic wrap. Mine is very thin, so I use 2 layers. Brush on a light coating of vegetable oil on the plastic wrap and the dough. Fold and press. For this recipe, I don't work the dough for long, just 5 or 6 tri-folds and 2 or 3 half-folds. It only takes about 2 minutes. If the plastic wrap seems a bit small, use another piece on top to press. The dough is somewhat smooth and elastic. Still a little tacky is okay. Lightly oil the same bowl, put the dough back in and cover with the plastic wrap. Leave to proof for 45 minutes to an hour until doubled in size. Reusing the same plastic wrap. Get the dough out. Just fold the dough once or twice to get a neater shape. Be lazy, don't work on it any more than that. Lay a piece of plastic wrap on top and press it out. You can use a rolling pin if you like. This is roughly 40 by 18 centimeter. Spread on very soft butter or margarine. I use about a tablespoon. Leave a gap about ½ inch at the top. I sprinkle over some more garlic powder, again optional, or you can use fresh garlic paste. A scatter of shredded cheddar cheese. I use maybe 2/3 of a cup. A little bit of water on that top seam. Roll it up. I find it much easier to roll away from me, like making sushi. No need to press hard, just apply a gentle pressure. Pinch to seal the seam. I used a dinner knife from earlier to cut. A light coating of butter or oil. I cut straight down without dragging the knife, so it doesn't cut through the plastic wrap. Cut into 10 pieces. I'm using a loaf pan that's lined with foil and brushed with vegetable oil. Put the pieces in. Let it proof again for 30 to 45 minutes. They're almost doubled in size. This is optional. I lightly dab the top with some softened butter. If you're worried about deflating the dough, then don't do it. Anyway, bake in a preheated 195 degrees Celsius oven for 20 to 22 minutes. Here they are. Brush on a little bit of butter if you like. This softens the crust and gives it a little bit of shine. Let it cool for a few minutes so you don't burn your fingers. They're best served warm and fresh out of the oven. If you're not eating them immediately, leave on a wire rack to cool. They are a little crusty on the top, very soft and fluffy and buttery inside, with just enough garlic and cheese and oregano. Very delicious. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and check out my other videos. I will be sharing more baking recipes, including more super easy breads.